Hello learners, I welcome you all to this session on job analysis. Before beginning of these sessions, let us have the review of the previous sessions that we have discussed. So, in the previous sessions, we have discussed about manpower planning process. Under manpower planning process, we have also discussed about demand forecasting, various trends affecting demand forecasting, and the techniques of demand forecasting. Under techniques of demand forecasting, we discussed about qualitative and quantitative techniques. Okay. So in these sessions, we will discuss about job analysis, the concept and process of job analysis, its linkage with various HR functions, then job description and specifications we will also discuss, and also we will um, discuss some of the with examples. Okay. So job analysis basically, when you uh, talk about job analysis, it is a process of collecting job related data. So it's a process of obtaining information about jobs by determining what the duties, tasks or activities of the jobs are. HR managers use data to develop job descriptions and job specifications that are the basis for planning and execution of various HR programs like employee performance appraisal and development. Okay. So when we do job analysis, we will find job descriptions and job specification. How do we distinguish these two? Job description is the job characteristics or job attributes. We can say tasks, duties, responsibilities involved in the jobs. But when we discuss about job specification, it tells about the job holder attributes. So the person who is likely to do the job or perform the jobs, what are the attributes required, what are the attributes that the employees require. Okay. So these are the things. The ultimate purpose of job analysis is to improve organizational performance and productivity, because this is the sole objective in it. Okay. So whatever actions the HR takes, so the ultimate objective is to improve organizational performance and productivity. Okay. So job analysis and essential functions. So it is the statements in the job description of job duties and responsibilities. Those are critical for success of the jobs. A job function is essential if the position exists to perform the functions. A limited number of employees are available to perform the functions. The function is specialized, requiring needed expertise or abilities to complete the. So this is what the job demand. So expertise and abilities is required from the employees. So this is the process. So when we do job analysis, or if when the HR manager or HR man perform job analysis, so he is looking for sources of data. So job data can be collected from job analyst. It can be from employee himself, the supervisor himself. Because suppose take for example new role, emerging role of certain employees. Okay. During automation, take for example. Okay. Like in that during globalizations, when there is interlinking of that new skills arises. Okay. When bank went for that computerizations, take for example. So earlier people, bank employees were working in bank, they were doing some manual work in pen and paper. Now so new computer skills also came, so those employees remain, but another training program was needed, computerized training program. At that time also, if you see in 90s, early part of 90s, many of the employees who didn't have that kind of skills, especially that different industries are started giving training. Okay. So employees is also very significant in as far as sources of data collection is concerned, because employee sometimes get some kind of problems and he can tell. So these are the problems, how a problem can be addressed. Okay. Sometimes this can also happen with supervisor. Supervisor may have problems relating to the jobs or management of employees. He can also be a respondent to the job analysis that instruments. So there are various methods can be that employed by HR, like interview can be done, interview of this job analyst or employees or supervisor, or a questionnaire can be administered, or observations, or records, previous records like performance appraisal records, something is lacking, or you can see that some skill deficit is there, like some skill falling short of certain kind of competencies that the new job demands. Okay, so if a new job demands certain new kinds of competencies, that can be added here. Okay, so basically these are the sources means job analyst, employee, supervisors, different methods of data collection. It is research. Okay, instrument can be the methods of data collections can be interviews, can be uh, questionnaires, can be observation, can be record. Okay, so out of this, when we get this data, okay, when we get data, so we get this performance, sorry, task performance standard. Okay, means performance benchmark, responsibilities involved in the jobs, knowledge required to perform the job, skill required to perform the job, experience needed, job content or context, duties involved in the jobs, and if, like suppose take for example engineers, mechanical engineers that work with machines. Also various kinds of equipments may be required. A computer engineers may require one computer kind of things. Okay, so if it's separate exclusively some kind of equipments are required for the performance of the employee, this can be also added. So these are the job data from job analysis, that by doing job analysis we will get that these are the job data we will get. Okay, so we can divide this data into two parts, like job description and job specification. So job description tells about task, duties, responsibility involved in the job. Okay, job specification tells about skill, ability, skill and knowledge, or something like skill required, physical demand, like it may demand, so knowledge required, experience required, special skills requires. Okay, special training program requires, take for example. So these are the job specification part, this can be taken. So when we have this, because when we talk of this the profile, we are talking of a profile of the job and a profile of the job, that job holders. Okay, so so this has linkage with the recruitment and selection, performance management, reward management, training and development, various HR functions. Suppose take for example, when we are looking for a persons uh, or persons who for the company. So first of all we need the profile of the persons. From the profile of the person we will get what are the job, nature of the job and nature of the employees. Okay, accordingly we can design a program like recruitment and selection. Similarly this can also happen with training and development, performance appraisal, because performance appraisal, when you talk of this job analysis, will help us to develop different measurable indicators, performance appraisal indicators. Okay, or KPI, key performance indicators, or key result areas of the job. Okay, so that's why this job analysis is required. So compensation management also, suppose job analysis report says that a particular job that requires that involves, or it has more weight and more value of the job, means more the compensation. So it also helps designing the compensation package. Okay, so this is all about job analysis process. We have to find out the sources of the data, then method of data collection, means instrument of data collection, then job data. Job data has to be segregated into job description and job specification. Then we can have also like HR functions, it has the linkage with the HR functions. Okay, so then we can have this job description and specification, something that, so under job description we can have a job title. Then job title means it can job title, job ID, three sections will come. So job title sections, then job identification sections, then job duties or essential function section, the function section. Job title will tell us like provide the status to the employee. So when we talk about designation like vice president, that means we talk about like that it's a top management jobs, okay, CEO kind of job. So likewise, when we talk about the job title or designations, when we talk of is that this refers to the status of the employees. It also indicates what the duties of the job entails. So so duties, various duties involved in the job, then indicates the relative level occupied by its holder in the organization. So at what organization level this job false. Then under job identification section, you will have like departmental location of the job. So what is the location of the job? Departmental, which department? Okay. Person to who is the reporting authority. So date of job, the description last revised, because sometimes what happens, job description may be revised if new role in the job emerges. So what is the last date of revisions of the job description? Then what is the payroll? Okay, what is the payroll? Okay, so maybe it may talk about like pay band, okay, or employee code number, okay, scale of pay you can call it, okay, number of employees performing the job. So how many people in the department or in the organizations are working in a that with the same designations, okay, with the same job title. So number of employees and number of employees in the department where the job is located. So similar like that, job the duties or essential function sections also tells about statement of the job that are arranged in order of importance that indicate the weight or value of each duty. Weight of the duty is gauged by the percentage of time devoted. So so more the value, more the value, more the compensation, more the prestige, like that, okay. So similarly stress, it also stresses the responsibility that duties entail in the result to be. So what are the results, what are the key result areas also it may help, okay, it will help. It also indicate the tools and equipment. Sometimes what happens of certain jobs, maybe suppose take for example like a computer engineers cannot work without a computer, okay. Suppose somebody is working with machinery kind of things, what kind of machines are required, that can be also involved here, okay. So then it should comply with the law. If any legal aspects are there, that has to be complied. Similarly, you can talk of this job specification section. It is a personal qualifications, skills set requires, okay, and educations or experience, specialized training, personal traits or abilities, interpersonal skills, or specific behavioral attributes and manual dexterity. If anything is required, it will also come under it, because these are expected from the job holder, means employees. Then the physical demands of the job, walking, if it's a walking job or standing job, like take for example security job is standing job, so this has to be also maintained, okay. Lifting jobs, talking jobs, like talking jobs and communication jobs, transaction job, take for example like call center jobs, talking jobs. The conditions hazard, like suppose employees or the people have to, workers have to work in mining, health hazards will be there, where the employees will get exposure, a lot of um, exposure to heat, okay, heat, light or dim light kind of things, this has to be also mentioned. So this is job description and job specifications. When these job that these are arranged logically, means a logical sequence to job description is called job design, which is nothing but organization of task, duties and responsibility into a unit of work. So this is job design, this is a separate part, okay, we will not discuss today. Then this is one example, like job description and job specification of a manager technical BPO operations New Delhi, okay, business process outsourcing operation New Delhi. So job description like ownership of the technical consulting operations, providing technical services to clients, that means it is directly linked with client with regard to connectivity, specific application support, etc, okay. So the person that job involves this. So so this is a lead role, there is a lead role here, okay, of assistant managers, team leader, quality coaches, trainers and technical support associated to actualize on innovative business solution in a cost efficient manner. So similarly this job also involves manpower planning, recruiting. The person who will work with this role, he must be good in manpower planning, recruiting. This job requires. So these are the dimensions of job: recruiting, scheduling, training, and appraising, ensuring optimum resource utilization, then process planning, improvisations. Okay, so this is MIG generations and analysis of customers. So this is normally this is the job decisions. So these are the different kind of tasks, duties, and responsibilities. Okay, so this job also requires to coordinate with the other department in order to assure the smooth running of the operations. Okay, so job specification, since this is a lead role, so experience is also required. That means fresher cannot work with this role. So 5 to 7 years of experience, at least 2-3 years in BPO, customer service BPO, care BPO experience is also essential. These are the requisite minimum requirement. Experience of handling technical processes in a call center, this is also required. Knowledge of quote order to deliver cycle, this is also required. Excellent analytical management and communication skill is also, since it is BPO, this is also communication is very much essential. He must be able to open to work with night shift, means it's that like shift duty the person must be able to do or must be ready to do. Okay, so these are the things we have covered. Thank you for today. So basically what we have discussed today, the significance of this significance of job analysis, and for manpower demand forecasting, it is also very much required. So unless we know the job description or job profile of the particular jobs or certain kinds of jobs that are required, so we cannot go ahead of designing the HR programs like recruitment selection program or training and development program, whatever programs you can say. Okay, so we have talked of today job analysis, significance, its significance in that manpower planning, forecasting demand. Then we discuss about the process, we discussed about job analysis concept, we discussed about job description specifications. Okay, so these are the things for today. Okay, so we will meet next time with another session. Thank you very much for today.